Before you dive into this, ask yourself, could what you've been told about miracles and faith actually be just a lie? There's a hidden truth, one that could change everything you thought you knew about divine power and healing. Imagine, for a moment, the staggering possibility that miracles aren't just stories from an ancient book, but living proof of God's enduring presence among us. What if the impossible is still happening, right here, right now? Have you ever wondered why some miracles seem to defy all logic? Why is it that some people walk away from life-threatening situations, healed beyond explanation, while others remain in suffering? Could there be something behind these miracles that we've been blind to for centuries? In this video, you'll uncover the breathtaking truth about miracles, why they happen, how they happen, and what it really means when we talk about divine intervention in the modern world. You'll learn the powerful stories hidden in plain sight and why, even today, they hold the potential to reshape the course of your life. From the raising of Lazarus to modern-day healings that can only be explained by faith, the answer is more profound than you could ever imagine. We're about to open your eyes to a world of unexplained healing, divine power, and mysteries of faith. You'll understand why people like you still experience these miracles in ways that science simply can't explain. So stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll feel the incredible shift in how you see the miracles happening in your life. I promise, you'll never look at divine intervention the same way again. This isn't just about ancient stories. It's about your story, your healing, and your connection to God's ever-present, ever-healing power. Don't forget to share your own experiences in the comments. Could it be that you've seen a miracle too? If you felt the touch of divine healing, the change, the unexplainable, hit that like button, subscribe, and share your truth with us all. Let's break the silence on these incredible life-changing experiences. Stay with me. What comes next will astonish you. The miracles in the Bible. A deeper understanding of the divine. Imagine for a moment, standing in a crowd, eyes wide as you watch an impossible miracle unfold before you. Can you feel the shift in the air, the astonishment, the energy, the power that surges through the crowd? That is the atmosphere when miracles happen. But what if I told you these moments weren't confined to the ancient past? That the same divine power that performed miracles then is still present today, changing lives in ways we can't explain. Take, for instance, the moment when Jesus walked on water. The disciples, terrified by the storm, saw their Lord defy the very laws of nature. Imagine their hearts racing as they watched Jesus step calmly across the turbulent waters, calling to Peter to do the same. That was more than a miraculous event. It was a profound message. Faith, courage, and trust in the impossible were all wrapped into that moment. And yet, that's not just a story. It's an invitation to you right now. Are you ready to walk on the waters of your own fears, doubts, and uncertainties? Do you have the faith to step into the unknown, believing that the Creator of the universe will catch you? What does it mean for us in this day and age when we look back at these biblical miracles? Can they still be experienced today, or are they relics of a time long past? The answer might surprise you. The same faith that healed the blind and raised the dead is available to us today. The miracles of the Bible are not just ancient stories. They are living examples of what can happen when we surrender to the divine. These stories weren't meant to be left in the past. They were meant to ignite a fire in our hearts, to inspire us to believe in the impossible, to know that we too are part of a divine story of restoration and healing. Take the resurrection of Lazarus, for example. Jesus didn't just heal a sick man. He raised him from the dead after 4 days in the tomb. This wasn't a small act. This was a defiance of death itself, a triumph over everything that seemed final. Lazarus wasn't just brought back to life. He was brought back to a new kind of life. It's a picture of what happens when God intervenes in the impossible. In your life, there may be things that feel dead, dreams, hopes, relationships. But the same God who called Lazarus forth from the grave can speak life into those areas in your life that seem beyond redemption. We need to stop seeing these miracles as things of the past and start believing they can happen in our lives now. They might look different, but they are no less powerful. Sometimes the miracle isn't as grand as walking on water or raising the dead. It's the healing of your heart, the restoration of your faith, the sudden peace that floods your soul when everything around you is falling apart. These are miracles too, and they happen every day. In every moment that you trust, in every prayer you make, you open the door for God to move. You may not see it with your eyes right away, but the healing has already begun. The Lazarus syndrome, a modern-day miracle. Now let's turn to something that might seem even more shocking, something that brings us closer to the present day. There's a medical condition known as Lazarus syndrome, a phenomenon where a person is revived after being declared clinically dead. For years, doctors couldn't explain it. But what if we're witnessing the miraculous today in ways we never expected? What if science is only now beginning to catch up to the truth that the power of life and death rests in the hands of a God who is unchanging and ever-present? In 2001, a woman named Audrey, after suffering a heart attack, was declared dead for 45 minutes. But to everyone's shock, she was revived. Her story is a modern Lazarus moment. This isn't just a fluke. It's a sign that something far greater than science is at work. Audrey's story, and countless others like it, show us that life isn't just a biological process. It's something sacred, something that God has the final say over. But here's the key. When these things happen, do we see them for what they truly are? A gift, a miracle, a divine intervention. We are so quick to rush to the scientific explanation that we miss the deeper, more profound reality, that God is still at work, even in the seemingly impossible. It's not always about understanding the how. Sometimes it's about recognizing the who, the one who holds the keys to life and death. Just like the Lazarus who walked out of the tomb, so too can we emerge from our own tombs of despair, fear, and hopelessness. The miracles today might not always look like the ones in the Bible, but they are just as powerful. And the healing that comes from these moments? It's real, and it's for you, right here, right now. What if we could experience this miracle in our own lives? What if the things we thought were beyond saving, our relationships, our health, our dreams, could be resurrected just like Lazarus? It's time to stop living like miracles are out of reach. They are right here, in the ordinary, in the unexpected, and in the quiet moments when you choose to believe. You see, the power of Lazarus's story wasn't just in his physical resurrection, it was in what it symbolizes for us. Resurrection, restoration, healing, and the truth that nothing, not even death, is beyond the reach of God's power. Faith and healing, still available to you. It all comes down to this, your faith. We are living in a world that constantly tells us that only what can be explained scientifically is real. But deep down, you know that there is more. There's a divine hand guiding you, healing you, and working behind the scenes in ways you can't always see. And that is the greatest miracle of all. Miracles are happening every day. Your healing, your breakthrough, your moment of restoration might be just around the corner. But it all starts with your belief. Do you believe in miracles? Do you believe that God can still heal, still restore, still bring life where there is none? Because if you do, you're opening the door for something miraculous to happen in your life. Don't wait for the impossible to be explained. Don't wait for the world to tell you it's possible. Step into the divine and watch what unfolds. God is still in the business of miracles. And the best part, it's not too late for you. Healing through faith, the power to restore your life. Have you ever wondered if healing is more than just a physical process? What if healing, true healing, comes from a place far deeper than our bodies, our minds, or even the physical world we see? Imagine, for a moment, standing on the edge of despair, feeling as if every ounce of strength has been drained from your soul. You look around, searching for hope, but it feels like it's slipping further away with every passing second. And then, in the midst of your struggle, you hear a whisper. It's not too late. You are not alone. There is healing waiting for you. That's what faith does. It brings you back from the brink of hopelessness. It lights the way when all seems dark, and it restores not just your body, but your spirit. This is the kind of healing that goes beyond what science can explain. It's the kind of healing that can't be measured in hospitals or labs, but in the profound transformation of your heart and mind. Just as Jesus healed the sick, the blind, and the paralyzed, so too does he still heal today. And it's not just physical, it's emotional, mental, and spiritual. Consider the woman who had been suffering from bleeding for 12 years. She tried everything, doctors, treatments, hopes, but nothing worked. Her life was in constant pain, and her hope was dwindling. But then, one day, she heard about Jesus. She believed with all her heart that if she could just touch his garment, she would be healed. With faith that moved mountains, she pressed through the crowd, reaching out in desperation. And in that moment, the impossible happened. The bleeding stopped. Her body was healed. But more than that, her heart was healed. She was made whole. That's the kind of healing we're talking about. It's not just about fixing what's broken in the body. It's about restoring everything that's been lost, lifting you from the pit, and setting you on solid ground. It's about healing your spirit, making you whole again. This kind of transformation happens when you let faith take the wheel, when you trust that God's power can do what nothing else can. In today's world, we're often told that our problems can only be solved by modern medicine, by science, or by technology. But what if true healing goes beyond these limitations? What if the real miracle is in the power of faith, in the belief that there is a God who still works miracles today? Healing isn't just for the past, it's for you, right here, right now. No matter what you're facing, no matter how broken you feel, God is still in the business of healing. He is still working, and he's waiting to restore you. The intervention of faith in miracles. What happens when faith isn't just an abstract idea, but an active force in your life? When you embrace it fully, miracles can't help but follow. It's not magic, it's divine intervention. You see, faith is a catalyst. It's the spark that sets everything into motion. Just like when Jesus healed the blind man, he didn't just say, "Your eyes are healed." He spoke a word, and that word activated faith, bringing sight where there was none. That's the power of faith. It's not passive. It's not just believing in something. It's believing with such intensity that it brings transformation. And we see this in the Bible over and over again. The woman who reached out to touch Jesus' garment wasn't just believing in the possibility of healing. She was certain that it would happen. She didn't wait for Jesus to acknowledge her. She took action in faith, knowing that her belief would lead to healing. Faith isn't a passive waiting game. It's an active pursuit of the miraculous. The more you lean into it, the more you see the impossible become possible. This kind of faith moves mountains. It heals bodies. It restores relationships. It mends broken hearts and opens doors you thought were forever shut. It brings the miracles of the Bible into your present reality. Faith doesn't always make sense in the natural world. It doesn't always line up with what we see or understand. But the miracles that happen when we step into that kind of faith are beyond what we could ever imagine. That's why it's so important to recognize the power of faith in your own life. If you can embrace it fully, without doubt, without hesitation, you'll begin to see God's hand move in ways you never thought possible. Imagine what could happen if you trusted in the healing power of faith. What if, instead of looking for answers in the places the world tells you to, you looked to the one who has the power to heal you from the inside out? What if, like the blind man, you stopped asking if healing could happen and started believing that it would happen? Because it will. The miracles of the Bible are not just stories, they are invitations for you to experience the miraculous today. And here's the thing, it's not just for some people, it's for you. Whether you're dealing with sickness, emotional pain, or the weight of the world on your shoulders, faith can heal it. Faith can bring you back from the brink. It can restore your joy, your peace, and your strength. But you have to believe that it's possible. You have to take the step, just like the woman with the issue of blood. You have to press through, reach out and claim your healing. And when you do, you'll experience a transformation that only divine intervention can bring. Miracles are not just for the Bible, they're for today. And they can happen in your life, in your heart, and in your body, right now. The future of miracles, what we've yet to see. Imagine standing on the edge of a cliff, gazing out over a vast expanse of possibility. The wind of change is sweeping through your hair, and in that moment you feel something powerful stirring deep within. What if I told you that the future holds more miracles than you could ever dream of? That the stories we read about in the Bible, the ones that stir our hearts, are just the beginning of what God is still doing in this world today. Miracles don't stop with the pages of Scripture. They didn't end when the last disciple passed away. No, the miraculous is alive and well, and it's unfolding right in front of us, in ways that we may not even realize yet. This is the future of miracles, one where faith is the key that unlocks doors we've yet to imagine. What if you could witness the impossible? What if the story of a person healed from a terminal illness wasn't a rare occurrence, but something that happened every day? What if the mountains that seem immovable in your life, your deepest fears, your greatest challenges, could be shattered with nothing more than the power of faith? That is the future we're talking about. A future where every believer has access to the kind of power that can heal, restore, and transform. Think about the possibilities for a moment. What would it be like to live in a world where miracles are a regular occurrence, where the walls of sickness, poverty, and despair come crashing down with every prayer? Imagine the kind of community we could build if we all believed in the miraculous power that is available to us right now. It's not just about physical healing, though that is a huge part of it. It's about the restoration of what's been broken. It's about marriages being healed, relationships being restored, and hearts being mended. It's about overcoming fear, doubt, and pain. Miracles aren't just about big, show-stopping events. They're about the everyday restoration of lives that seem beyond hope. And here's the thing. You don't have to wait for a grand, dramatic miracle to experience the power of God in your life. It's happening right now, in small ways that are often overlooked. It's in the moment when you feel peace amidst the chaos. It's in the gentle touch that heals your heart when you feel alone. It's in the healing of your mind when it feels like it's too broken to fix. God is still moving. He's still performing miracles, and He's waiting for you to open your eyes and see the miraculous all around you. In fact, the greatest miracle may be the one that happens in your heart. The moment when you stop waiting for God to move in the way you expect and begin to trust that He is working in every moment, in every circumstance. That's when the true power of faith comes alive. It's in surrendering, in trusting that God is always at work, even when we don't see it. The future of miracles isn't about waiting for something big to happen. It's about recognizing the small daily miracles that are happening all around us. It's about trusting that every moment holds the potential for transformation. And it's about believing that no matter what we face, God is more than able to turn every situation around for His glory. As we look to the future, let's expect the impossible. Let's expect to see lives healed, relationships restored, and hearts transformed. Let's believe that the same God who performed miracles in the Bible is still working today, and that His power is available to us all. The future of miracles is bright, and it's waiting for you to step into it with faith, hope, and a heart open to the divine power that is always at work. So, as we continue this journey, remember this: the miracles of the past are just the beginning. The best is yet to come. And it's up to you to believe, to step out in faith, and to claim the miracles that are yours to experience, because in the end the power of God is limitless, and so is the future of miracles. As you stand at the edge of your life, staring at the mountains that seem too high to climb, the storms that feel too powerful to overcome, there's a voice calling to you. It's not just a whisper, it's a declaration of truth, echoing across time, across all the fears, doubts, and obstacles that you've faced. And that truth is this: you are not alone. No matter how hard it gets, no matter how dark the night seems, there is a divine power at work, and that power is within you. That power can heal, can restore, and can transform every part of your life if you allow it. So, what are you waiting for? What's holding you back from stepping into the miracle that is waiting for you? Too often, we let the chaos of life drown out the voice of hope, the voice that says, "You can do this. You are strong, you are capable, and with faith, you can move mountains." These aren't just words to comfort you in the hard times. These are the very words that can ignite a fire inside your soul, propelling you to break through every barrier that has held you back for so long. It's time to take back your life. The miracle isn't out there somewhere. It's right here, right now, within reach. The power to heal, to restore, to transform your life is already inside of you, waiting to be awakened. And the first step, it's simply choosing to believe that God's miracles are still very much alive today. Don't let anyone tell you that miracles only happened in the Bible or that they are reserved for someone else. No, they are for you. They are happening now. You are part of a divine story that stretches beyond anything you've ever imagined. And the moment you choose to step into that story, everything begins to change. Your circumstances may not shift overnight, but your heart will. And when your heart shifts, when you choose to have faith, the doors to miracles begin to open. The blind spots in your life, the places where you felt stuck, lost, and hopeless, will suddenly be flooded with light, and you'll see the path ahead of you clearer than ever before. But this isn't just about you and your miracles. The power of faith and healing goes beyond personal transformation. It's about the ripple effect that your story will create. When you choose to walk in faith, when you choose to believe in God's power, it doesn't just change your life, it changes everyone around you. Your healing becomes a beacon of hope to those who need it most. Your faith becomes a lifeline for those who are drowning in their own doubts. And your story, your testimony, will inspire others to believe that they too can overcome the darkness in their lives. This is the power of divine miracles. It's not just about one person experiencing a life-changing transformation. It's about creating a movement of healing, restoration, and faith that spreads like wildfire. And it all starts with you. It starts with you believing in the impossible, trusting that the same power that raised Lazarus from the dead, that healed the blind, and that walked on water is available to you right now, in this moment. But here's the thing: you must choose to believe. You must choose to step out in faith, even when you can't see the path ahead. It's easy to wait for the perfect moment, the perfect circumstances, the perfect miracle. But the truth is, the moment you believe, the miracle begins. It's not about waiting for something outside of you to change. It's about changing the way you see yourself, the way you see your circumstances, and the way you see God's power at work in your life. And when you choose to believe, when you choose to step into your own miracle, you become part of something far bigger than yourself. You become part of a story of redemption, of transformation, and of divine healing that spans across generations. Your miracle doesn't just change you, it changes the world around you. The healing power of faith is contagious, and when you allow it to flow through you, it touches everyone in your life. So, I ask you today, what is holding you back? What fears are keeping you from stepping into the life you were meant to live? What doubts are preventing you from embracing the miraculous power that is already within you? Now is the time to let go of the past, to let go of the lies you've been told, and to embrace the truth. You are not just someone watching miracles happen, you are someone who can make them happen. If this message has resonated with you, if you feel that spark of hope and faith rising within you, I want to invite you to take that next step. Like this video if you believe in the power of faith and healing. Subscribe if you're ready to step into your own miracle. Your support isn't just a click, it's a declaration of faith. And together, we can continue spreading the message of healing, of hope, and of the divine power that is available to us all. Every like, every comment, every share is more than just a small gesture. It's part of a movement of divine transformation. If this video has spoken to your heart, if it has lifted your spirit, then share it with someone who needs to hear it. Someone who needs to know that miracles are not just for the past, but for the present, for right now, and for you. And if you found even the smallest piece of hope in this message, if you feel that light flicker within your heart, know that your journey doesn't end here. It's just the beginning. The road ahead may be challenging, but you are not alone. You have the power to overcome. You have the power to believe. And most importantly, you have the power to experience the miracles of God in your life today. Thank you, from the bottom of my heart, for being a part of this journey. Your support means more than words can express. Let's continue walking in faith together. Let's continue to believe that God's miracles are alive and working in our lives. And let's spread this message far and wide so that everyone can experience the healing power of faith.